Hello everyone and welcome to EduTap. So guys, we're back with another session for RBI SEBI NABARD Grade A Phase 1 and we'll be discussing a new topic today, that is pronouns. So guys, you very well know the notifications for SEBI are already out, and I hope these sessions, this series will definitely help you in your preparation for your exam. So don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to join our Telegram channel if you want the PDFs of these sessions for free. Now guys, we've launched a mega sale. This is a special offer and the sale is valid only till tomorrow, that is 6th of January. So guys, we are offering you flat 50% off on all our combo courses. You can use the coupon code combo to avail 50% off on all our courses, and for our individual courses you can get 40% plus additional 10% discount on individual courses for RBI, SEBI, NABARD, PFRDA, UPSC, ICAR, ASIC, IBPSAFO, and the coupon code is single. So don't miss this opportunity if you're preparing for any of these exams. I think this is the right time you started making your efforts for it, right? And guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel if you want the PDFs of these and more such sessions for free. So let's begin some practice questions and we'll look at some concepts for the topics of pronouns. So basically, what are pronouns, guys? Pronouns are words that are used to replace nouns, naming words. So basically, if I say Rohit is playing football, so if I can replace Rohit with he, so he is playing football, so he is a pronoun. For Reena, we use she. For ourselves, we use I. For the person in front of us, we use you. For somebody who's not there, we use they. And for non-living objects and animals we use it, right? So I, he, she, you, we for all of us, they and it, these are all examples of pronouns. There are many such pronouns, and I'm sure you must have read and gone through all the concepts of the topic. So let's discuss some questions and let's see if we are able to solve the questions. So question number 1, guys, no one should oppress their neighbors. Yes guys, what do you think is the correct answer here? No one should oppress their neighbors. Now guys, we very explicitly learnt in subject verb agreement that these words, no one, anyone, one, anybody, somebody, nobody, each, everyone, everybody, now these words are categorically singular, and when we are talking about no one, that means there is no one. So that should or who should oppress. Now if you're talking the subject, if the subject is singular, the pronoun has also be kept singular. So it should not be there, it should be his neighbors. So no one should oppress his neighbors. That is the correct answer for this question, guys. See, no one is singular, so we cannot use a plural pronoun corresponding to that subject. If the subject of a sentence is singular, we have to keep the verb as well as any corresponding pronoun also singular. So that's the correct replacement here. Moving on to question number 2. Everyone should help one's friend. Now guys, everyone should help one's friend. Now this is absolutely wrong. I think you can see the awkward part here. Everyone should help his friend or his friends for that matter. So everyone, that means every individual should help his friends. So basically we can't use once without corresponding pronoun as universal one. We'll come to such questions in this session as well, but everyone cannot be paired with once or there, it should be paired with his. Right. Now question number 3, guys. One can rise in life only when one puts forth one's best, not only for himself and one's family, but also for others. Now this is what I was talking about, guys. Always remember, guys, whenever the subject of a sentence is universal one. What do I mean by universal one? We're talking about one entity, but it applies to everyone. So one can rise in life. So we're talking about anyone, right? So one entity. So when the subject of a sentence is universal one, the corresponding pronoun, all the pronouns should also be kept one. So one can rise in life only when one puts forth one's best, not only for himself and one's family, but also for others. So the error here is we should have used not himself, we should have used oneself. Let me erase this, guys. So one instead of himself, we should have used oneself. So one can rise in life only when one puts forth one's best, not only for oneself and one's family, but also for others. So here himself should have been replaced with oneself. Next question, guys. One must not be blind to his own defects. Again, the same error, guys, if you are looking closely. Now, if the subject of a sentence is universal one, it should be paired with one. So one must not be blind to his own defects, yeah, one's own defects. So it should be one's own defects. One must not be blind to one's own defects. So whenever a subject of a sentence is universal one, the corresponding pronoun is also to be kept to be kept one. Next, guys, next question. Anybody can get their health checked up in a hospital. Now, I think we discussed this in the first question. Right here, anybody is singular, right? So the corresponding pronoun should also be what? Singular or plural? So anybody can get their health. Now we are used to, using these pronouns this way. We think that anybody can be anybody, so it seems plural, but grammatically it is wrong. So we cannot use a plural pronoun corresponding to a singular subject. It has to be singular. So anybody can get not their health or one's health. It should be his health checked up in a hospital. That is the correct replacement here, guys. Got it? Moving on to the next question, guys. Question number 6. Those applicants which the selection committee recommends for interview should be contacted without delay. Now this is a different type of question, guys. Read it again carefully. Those applicants which the selection committee recommends for interview should be contacted without delay. Now guys, we do not use which for living bodies, living beings. So those applicants whom, it should be not which, it should be whom. So those applicants whom the selection committee recommends for interview should be contacted without delay. So it should not be which, it should be whom. So those applicants whom the selection committee recommends for interview should be contacted without delay. That is the correct replacement here, guys. Next, guys, question number 7. There were 6 lazy boys and 4 industrious one in our class. So guys, can you find the error in this? There were 6 lazy boys and 4 industrious one in our class. So guys, the error here is it should not be one, it should be once. See, they're talking about plural, right? There were 6 lazy boys and 4. So 4 cannot be one. 4 industrious ones. Industrious means hardworking. So there were 6 lazy boys and 4 industrious ones in our class. So they used to be. So it has to be once, not one. So that is the replacement here, guys. Next question, question number 8. Students which fail in the exam have to take the course again. So guys, see, I think I just told you we cannot use which for living bodies, right? So for living beings, we do not use which. So students who fail in the exam have to take the course again. So it should not be which, it should be who. So students who fail in the exam have to take the course again. And we have discussed all these concepts of all these, questions, all these rules of pronouns in our courses. And you must have learnt very clearly that what is the error in such type of questions. So let's look at next question, guys. One of them has given up one's studies. Now, guys, although I told you that one, if a subject of a sentence is universal one, the corresponding pronoun should be one. But guys, here the subject is one, but this is not universal one. This is a particular one. One of them. One of them means one of those guys, one of those people. Right? So one of them has given up. So error here is not his studies. It should be not one studies, it should be his studies. So one of them has given up his studies. Now you must be asking yourself, sir, why are we always using his? Why not her? Guys, whenever this is a rule of grammar, whenever the gender is not clear, it's not specific, we have to use his, we cannot use her. That is a rule of grammar which has been carrying on for quite some time now. So whenever the gender is neutral, we have to use his, we cannot use her. For example, a doctor should look after not her patients, his patients. That's what we speak, because doctor can be both male and female, right? A teacher should listen to his students. So teachers are usually females, but we use his. This is a rule of grammar. So one of them has given up his studies, right? Next question, guys. One must do one's duty to his country. First of all, guys, I should tell you that we do not say one must do one's duty. We should use one should discharge. So we do not say one should do it. We say one should discharge one's duty. So that's what I'm telling you, just an as additional information. So instead of do, we should have used one must discharge one's duty to his country. Now we are talking about, we're looking at the errors of pronoun. So it should be not his country, it should be one's country, as the subject is universal one. So one must discharge one's duty to one's country. So that should be the correct answer here. So, but we'll mark D as the answer because we are looking at the errors of pronouns. But please remember that we do not say you should do your duty. We should say, and we have to say grammatically, you should discharge your duty. So one must discharge one's duty to not his country, it should be one's country, right? Moving ahead, guys, question number 11. The man who they thought to be a gentleman is a rogue. Yes, guys, can you find the error in the sentence? The man who they thought to be a gentleman is a rogue. So, guys, the error here is in this part. The man whom they thought to be a gentleman is a rogue. So, because whom we are using it for the third person that we are referring to in the second clause. So, the man whom they thought to be a gentleman is a rogue. That means he is a fraud. So, we have to use not who, we have to use whom here. Next question, guys. This is one of the best suggestions which have ever been made by you. So guys, again, as I have told in the course, guys, obviously suggestions is non-living, so we could have used which, but guys, for these words, superlative words, if we are using a superlative adjective in a sentence, we do not use which, we use that. So that is a rule of English grammar. This is one of the best suggestions that have ever been made by you. So it should not be which, it should be that. So guys, for specific references and for superlative adjectives, that is used, not which. Got it? And obviously, which is used for singular, suggestions is plural, so it should be that in any case. So which is used for singular non-living bodies and that is used for plural non-living bodies. So that is the error here. Moving on to the next question, guys. This is the only one of his comments that deserves our attention. So guys, now we have used that is absolutely correct, but there is another error here, guys. This is the only one. I taught you this in subject verb agreement. Whenever we use only one, that means this is the only one of his comments, singular, right? So this is the only one of his comments that deserves our attention. So the deserves is according to only one. That is absolutely correct. So guys, there is no error in this sentence. So this is the only one of his comments that deserves our attention. Absolutely correct. No error. Question number 14, guys. This is not such treatment that I expected. Now guys, such is not paired with that in this sense. Whenever we are trying to put forward an example, this is not such treatment that I expected or as I expected. So this is not such treatment as I expected. It should not be that. Such is paired with that when we are referring to intensity. It was such a hot day that we couldn't even step outside. So that's how we use that with such. But such, whenever we are presenting an example, we use as with it, not that. So that was the error here, guys. And last question for this session. May I know who you want to see, please? Again, we find the same error as in question number 11. Now, may I know who you want to see, please, or whom you want to see, please? क्या मैं जान सकता हूँ आप किससे मिलना चाहते हो? So, I'm asking you about the third person. So, may I know whom you want to see, please? So, who should be replaced with whom here? So, these are some very important concepts of pronouns that you should be well versed with, guys. And I hope this session and these questions will definitely help you realize if you need to work upon your concepts or if you are ready for the exam or not. Right, guys? So before we end the session, again I would like to inform you about the mega sale on all our courses that we are providing you. So we are offering you flat 50% off on all our combo courses. You can use the code combo. And for our individual courses for RBI, SEBI, NABARD, PFRDA, UPSC, APFC, ICAR, ESIC and IBPS AFO, we are providing you flat 40% plus additional 10% discount. And the sale is valid only till tomorrow, that is 6th of January, guys. So hurry up. Please make use of this opportunity and get yourself benefited from our courses, which are designatedly designed to prepare you throughout your journey for the exams. And guys, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do not miss on any important videos, and join our Telegram channel, the link for which has been given in the description of the video, to find the PDFs of all these sessions for free. And if you wish to contact us, guys, these are our contact details. www.edutab.co.in. That's our website. You can call us for any query on this number 8146207241 during the office hours, or you can also drop us an email at hello@edutab.co.in. So again, guys, I wish you all the success for the upcoming exams. Be prepared. Let's get set, go, and let's pull up your sleeves for the upcoming session, upcoming year. And I hope this year proves to be prosperous for you in every way possible. So thank you so much for joining in. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep up the good work, and happy learning to all of you guys.